thought I'd share what we've been up to. Alexis and I got up to some crafting today. My page is not finished yet. So Alexis and I decided to pick each other 5 items, and we had to craft with that, and we could add some more. So Alexis picked me some washi tape, some spotty washi tape, this sheet of pattern paper, this little house cutout, 3. Oh, she picked me this paint, and she picked this stencil, which I've used in my little moon thing. And then I picked Alexis some washi tape in gold. I picked her one of these bits of paper. I can't find where the one is. Let me just take this off because she's got pieces everywhere. I picked her the girl stencil, or the stencil and mask set. One of these pictures. Oh, I think I picked her this piece of paper. So she had that. She had the stencil, the piece of paper, the washi tape. Oh, the cities, the black cities I picked, and 1, 2, 3, 4. There was a 5th thing. We picked 5 things. Stencil, paper, washi tape, stencil. I don't know. But this is what Alexis is working on. We'll do that a bit more straight on. We haven't finished yet. I've got that over Alexis's sheet so nothing flies away. And you should see the mess we have got. We were going to film this, but we sort of got carried away and forgot to turn the camera on. So we will film a little bit when we're done. The black. So I'm doing all the coloured bits first. Probably doing this away a bit too much. I've got some other work I should be doing. Maybe I need to hide this away. But it's so much fun. So I've nearly completed all the flowers. I'm going to do some of the green bits and then I'll have to move my frame. So I think I'm going to move it up to here, do this quarter in the background, move it over to here, here and then here. Really enjoying doing long stitch again. Should be doing other work like paperwork and other things, but got to have some fun. So that's what it's looking like. Oh, trying to not get the glare on it. So it's all done with wool and it's all stitched through this grid, which is really cool. Very what is the word I'm looking for? Mindfulness, because you don't have to follow much of a pattern with this one. You just sort of fill in the little area, so that area is one colour, so you just fill it in, which is really cool. I'll show you when I've done more progress, maybe when I've started the black. So I thought I'd show you what I've been up to in week 2 of my little 4-week drawing course. Thoroughly enjoying it. So this week was all about still lifes and the different positions of placing objects and drawing them. So this first one, we all sat down at our desk and there was like 3 objects in front of us and we had to just draw a contour line drawing of the pieces, and then we got up and swapped seats with someone else. So then our drawing was at a different perspective, or our pieces were at a different perspective, which was interesting. So we had to draw the line contour drawing again over the top of the one we've already done, which was interesting to put things behind things. And then we worked on this piece. We used some stencils in the background. So this piece was drawn by our instructor and we had to add the darker shadowing to make it look more 3D. So we basically worked over the top of her drawing, which was good because we didn't have to start the drawing. Then we used some stenciling in the background to add some shading. So it was a starburst stencil and we did a bit of patterning in the background. Just showing you there, this is the one that she'd done and we were sort of following along, which was ideal to have a drawing that was already started. So I put the stenciling, it was like a starburst along the bottom and the top. We put the stencil under our page and sort of rubbed over the top of it, which was really cool. You could do it the other way as well, but rubbing over the top sort of gave you a softer look. And then we drew a still life. She put 3 objects in front of us, also a pear, someone's water bottle and a little potty thing. It's as far as I got in class and we were supposed to do homework. I had a very busy week that week. I didn't get my homework done. Maybe I'll finish it one day. Actually, I think I'll work on it a bit in week 4, if I can remember. I'm just having to do a voiceover because the audio for these 2 little clips were disrupted. So let's see what we do in week 3 in our drawing course. So week 3 was all about landscapes, and also again looking at different perspectives of where you're standing in the landscape, whether you're looking up at tall trees or you're in the trees looking down. So that was fascinating as well. So we're looking through a whole bunch of books, looking and trying to find out where the actual person was standing or sitting. So that was fascinating as well. A lot of this stuff we hadn't gone through in school. I studied art in school right up to year 12 and then 6 months into university, and some of the stuff I was learning was really cool. So she gave us a pencil sketch she had done, so we could copy that as the landscape, because we're obviously in a building and there wasn't very pretty landscapes around where we were. Or we could copy one out of a book. So I've actually put the photo that I was copying at the end of this little clip. So this is what I come up with. She really liked it and actually took my book and showed it to the entire class, which was a bit flattering. So it was just, obviously the artist is sort of sitting down and the trees are quite big and quite bellowing over the top. So the artist is sort of sitting down and you've got that sort of perspective of the big trees going up. So we did a lot of shadowing and a lot of shading with the light sources again, and then she showed me how to do like little squiggly lines to add a bit more detail on the pieces, which was so much fun. Sorry about the camera wiggling. I am looking at getting a little handheld tripod to see if that's any better. Then I don't wiggle my camera so much. So that was fascinating. So I finished that one in class, which I was really, really impressed about. I really liked that. I have not actually put pencil to paper and drawn like that in probably quite a few years, probably 20 years since I left university. More at university, I did more photography, printmaking, and that sort of stuff. And I did a bit of drawing and life drawing and stuff. But it was fun to get back into it. It was fun to walk down to the class, and because it was just down the road, and get out of the house for a couple of hours and do that. So that was loads of fun. So what we also did is we took a picture of the picture we were copying on our phone and actually turned it to black and white so we could see a lot more of the shadows, because sometimes when you're seeing stuff in colour, you can't see where the darks are and the lights are. So trying to do that, there's a bit of a close-up with the little squiggly things. So for not having to draw in a while, I was quite impressed. So I've got some photos coming up of what the picture looked like. I can't remember the name of the artist, so there's the colour picture. And then we changed it to black and white in our phone. Isn't technology great? And it really gives it a dramatic effect. So just giving you an update on my long stitch. I have been busily doing lots of it. I should have been doing other stuff, like I've mentioned before. I had to move the frame. I'd sort of done as most of I could with the frame. So I did some of the green bits, and then I decided it was time to move the frame, which is not working so well. There's not enough material for the side clips to grab. It's probably not the ideal frame to do it, but hey, it's one I bought and it works. Sort of. The black. I started the black. Oh no. This is about how much one thread does. So there's going to be a lot, hence why there's so many black threads. The problem is the black is I keep putting the needle in the wrong hole and then wondering why it's slanted, because all of this is up and down. Then I have to unpick it. So that's a pain in the bottom. And the black didn't really, the pattern doesn't really have, the dividing lines of, like dividing up the black. And even on the front, it's a bit hard to see through the plastic, you can sort of see the black is not one solid line. So you don't go from here down to here, because it would gape. So I had to sort of make up my own pattern. So I went 14 I think holes, and then I went 7 holes or something, and hopefully I can continue that down and it doesn't look ridiculous. That's why I've got to do it in lines across, because otherwise I couldn't do any of this. I thought, oh, I'll fill in all this black while the frame was in the middle, but then I realised that the rows would be out, so I don't know. So yeah, I'm making sure I count and I didn't want to have it exact, so I thought a big bit and a little bit. It sort of makes it look a bit more textural. But yeah, not liking doing the black at all. I have to like doing the black near the flowers because it really makes the flower pop, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to continue down as much black as I can, probably down to about here, and do sort of 3/4 of the frame and then move it across. And then hopefully with this done, it'll grab better on this side of the frame. I did cut some of the material off. I cut about half this off because when I folded it over, it was like this all the way around, and I was catching this when I was doing some stitching. As I said, it's probably not ideal with the frame, but hey, it's what I got, and it's working. It's just annoying me at some stages, but that's where I'm at. I really shouldn't pick this up this weekend because I have oodles and oodles of work to do. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of work and then do one string and have that as my reward. Maybe. I'll show you when I've done some more. So just popping on real quick. Oh, get that air conditioner remote out of the way. Popping on real quick to show you the finished project. You saw this one half done, maybe quarter done. The challenge my daughter sent me, so we picked 5 items for each other. She picked me a sheet of almost deli paper with these stamped images on it, this stencil, this bit of tree, this washi tape, and the light blue paint in the background. Is it my best art journal page? No, it is growing on me. I do like it. It was a challenge to get everything in, but challenging yourself with art journaling is fun. So if you've got another person in your life that art journals, or even a husband, go ask your husband to pick 5 things and then try to use them on an art journal page. That should be interesting because men usually have no idea. So you can sort of guide them and say, pick a paper, pick a paint, pick a washi tape, and see what they come up with. So that's kind of fun. So I really like how this come out. There's a bit of, used the paper cutout to stencil in the background. A lot of that's got lost. I've got a moon with a bit of stenciling in the background. Some more stenciling and some word stickers that are just from some overseas websites. I'll also pop a couple of still pictures in as well, just at the end of this little clip so you can see what it is. And I added the girl. That's the stencil I picked for my daughter. So I added that because it was on the table. That's that journal page done. Another page complete in my book. Let's see what else I come up with. Hello, just thought I'd give you an update of what my long stitch is looking like. About a quarter of the black's done. Now a lot of this was done waiting on a telehealth appointment. It was like they were 50 minutes late. I don't know why they schedule appointments when they're always late, but that's public health systems for you. So I've done that chunk of black. Now I've taken it off the frame. I need to move it, so I think I'm going to move it up to this corner because then I can do some pretty colours as well and finish off the black. Black's still annoying me. I still make lots of mistakes when I pull them out, but I love how it's popping with the colours. I'm really, really enjoying this. As I said, sometimes I'm doing it a bit too much when I should be doing other stuff, but oh well, that's life. It's going to be interesting to see how much black cotton I have left because I've used about half what was on here. Sorry, half what was on here, and I still have oodles left. So we'll see what I've got left. I've got a bunch of some colours left. I'll show you what I've got left of some colours. My daughter will probably use it in a craft. That's what I'm up to. I'll show you when I've done another quarter. So I thought I'd show you my progress. I have finished this quarter, the top, what's that, right hand side quarter. So I'm all the way down here and it's time to move the frame again. So I think I've officially done all of the top half and probably a little bit of the bottom half with the flowers. So time to move the frame. I've run out of black off my card. So I've technically done half. There's less black I think down the bottom. And look at the amount of black I've got left. I think they overestimated the black. Let me have a look at the pattern. Let's grab the pattern. So I've done up until, so I've basically done all of that, done all of that in black. And I have that little bit of black to go. And oodles and oodles and oodles of black thread. I've got oodles of every colour left actually. So time to move the frame again and work on the third quarter, either this bottom right or the bottom left. Show you when I do some more. So I'm a bit sad the 4-week drawing class I was doing is done. I did my last class a couple of days ago and I thought I'd show you what I've been up to. So we learnt about different pencil types and pen thicknesses and papers, and there was a lot of talking, a lot of showing of stuff, and we learnt, we got to play with some odorless solvent to blend out graphite and coloured pencils, and then we learnt about blending pencils and burnishing pencils, which are basically like a pencil without any colour in it. So that was kind of cool. So I had a go at
this was the apple I think I drew in week 1. So I took some of the odorless solvent and blended out some of the pencil lines, so the lines are a lot smoother, which is really cool. And then we had time in class and I finished, this was one from week 2 I believe. Oh sorry, make you all sick. So this was a still life from week 2 that I only had as an outline like the pear down here. So I added the shading to it and used the odorless blending solution, odorless solvent I think it was called, and did some shading on it. So quite happy with those two. Still got to do my pear. My elbow is really giving me issues today, the day in the class, a couple of days ago. My right elbow is still giving me a lot of issues when I try to draw and write with a pen, which is really, really frustrating. So a lot of this was done left-handed. People on my table that I sat with thought it was quite funny that I kept switching from my right hand to my left hand. Then I explained I've got a buggered elbow. So we could have done portraiture, but we decided, the group sort of decided not to, but we got the portraiture notes anyway. So all the divisions of a face, some more on the face, and then a face to draw. So it's going to be interesting. I am not very good at drawing faces, but I want to give it a go. But my elbow needs to play nice first. So got a physio appointment in a week or so, and hopefully some physio on my elbow will help. Can't hurt, can't make it damn worse. Needs to go from really, really annoying pain back to just annoying pain. If you've ever had pain, you know. You can put up with annoying pain, but annoying pain is painful. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this, and I've signed up for the colour drawing course in May, so I will show you what I'm up to in that one if I actually get to do it. Signed up, I've just got to get a few other things to click into place, and hopefully the elbow is being a bit more cooperative, and then we'll be able to play, which will be lovely. But so sad it's over. It was so nice to get out and for 2 hours and walk down. It was in walking distance of my house and it was awesome. But we will, hopefully they'll run some different things down there, which will be lovely. Bye for now.